Bank of Uganda will be selling off 4 treasury bonds on March 18th, 2026. This is the 4th auction of 2026. It's the 3rd last auction of the financial year 2025-2026. It's the 3rd time they will be selling off 4 treasury bonds at a go. It's the 3rd time they will be selling off the 25-year bond, which has become one of people's favorite. Now, they will be selling off the 25-year bond, they will be selling off the 15-year bond, they will be selling off the 5-year bond and the 2-year bond. It's coming at a time when the Iran war, and especially the paralyzation of the Gulf states, like especially the United Arab Emirates, is starting to have a trickle-down effect to countries like Uganda, especially when it comes to financial and capital flow in the country. So, because some of the best international institutional investors come from Dubai, you would expect there is a little bit of a pause in a decision making in which capital must flow in and out of countries like United Arab Emirates, like cities like Dubai, Abu Dhabi. Even when you go to like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, everything, there is a reassessment of the risks. Every time we are having any geopolitical risk, there is a reassessment and investors moving into what we call the safe havens, which is most times the Western countries. So in that situations, you start to see a trickle-down effect, even on countries like Uganda, especially in things like treasury bonds. So we are going into an auction at a time when we have been experiencing interest rates coming down. They have been on a downward trend for the last almost 2-3 weeks, almost a month plus. Actually, it started on January 22nd. Now, this war might be a slight chance, might give us a slight chance for that to be reversed. It might not be by much, but it might be reversed. If my anticipation and expectation, especially when you track the secondary market, that the rates have been coming down. Last week, the 25-year bond was at 15.5. The 20-year bond was at 15.2. The 15-year bond was at 15.2, 15.3%. Now, this week, all of a sudden, all of them have got almost a 30 basis point increase. And that's a lot, because when someone is buying a bond of, let's say, 100 million plus, a 30 basis point increase is almost $1,000 in savings or in net gain on the bond you have bought. So that is impactful. So this auction, if this war in the Gulf states and everything, and that polarization, the geopolitical polarization in the Gulf states continues, we might end up seeing a reversal, a slight reversal in the yield curve, and it starts to trend upwards for all the bonds that will be auctioned off, the way we are seeing it in the secondary market. And especially, we might not see so much demand from the institutional outside investors, because majority of those decisions are based in Dubai right now, which city is in geopolitical polarization with not so much activity being done in that regard. But however, everything is trending to that regard. So for those of you who want to buy a treasury bond, for those of you who are trying to buy the 25-year bond, the 15-year bond, the 5-year bond, and the 2-year bond, this is your chance. Put in those bid forms. Make sure you have put them in by end of next week, and let's see what will happen on March 18th. Happy investing, everyone.